In this video, I am talking about the Department 56 Vampire House. Guys, what's up? It is Doug with Spooky Villages, and I'm here with another video review. And today, I have the brand new Department 56 Trick or Treat Lane series Vampire House. I am excited to talk about this one. Before I get it unboxed here, in just a moment here, let's go around here. This box, by the way, this is it's nice to see that Department 56 has gone back to these boxes to where they have the the full packing inside. It's not like a sleeve on the outside. There is a description on the box here, kind of the story for the piece, so I did want to talk about that, or just I wanted to read it really quick here. It says, Trick or Treat Lane welcomes a legendary visitor, Dracula. Lovingly reimagined for family fun, this classic immortal brings a touch of legend to our festive neighborhood, inviting young collectors and Halloween enthusiasts alike to celebrate the thrills of the season if you dare. Vampire House retails for $233, and I purchased mine from Haunters Nation, friend of Spooky Villages, and he's on the Village Idiot live streams. He's been on a bunch of them. Orion, Haunters Nation, Tiny Villages by HN. I will put a link in the description below. All right, guys, so here's everything out of the box here. I took it all out because I didn't want to damage anything, trying to show it on camera and jostle it around here, but really nice foam protected, in here that's it's nice and molded for everything to go in there. So that's what you get here, and I had to, it's taped, so I had to chop it there very cleanly so it'll go back together cleanly. But you get a bat that's in here. I will show you how that is installed in just a moment. And then for a power supply on the house, it's two parts here. You get this here, right here, with the USB hookup in it, and then this here. This end of it here is what goes into the plug, and then here, this USB-C end, which goes into the back of the house, which I'll show you in just a moment. We have the bat up here. You can see it right here, and it has a crimped piece of wire that's down here, and it just goes on top here like so. Sits right in there, and it sits in there nice and tight. It's easy to, easy to get on there. Going around the house here, all the leaves around here. I'll show you what it looks like here on the roof too. So many leaves. This is a very autumnal house. I love it. Back here on the back, this is where the power goes in, this USB-C adapter here. It plugs in there. There's no plug on this, or there's no on-off switch, I should say, sorry. If you have power going to this and it's plugged in, it's going to turn on. Let's go around here. Some wonderful details here, guys. Before I light it up, just wanted to talk about it and point them out here. Of course, you have that bat on top, but I love the coffin that's over here, and it really helps lend itself with that over-decorated house feel. This is to me, this is a fairly realistic house for the decorations. Sometimes even the trick-or-treat lane houses, they're not, they don't totally look realistic, or they look more exaggerated. And sometimes that's a very good thing. This one though does look very realistic to me, with the way they have the decor. I love the bats. Bat here, bats here. There's like little details like that. And of course, this jack-o'-lantern that's lit up. I absolutely love that. And we'll talk about that more with the lighting here in just a second. I did want to talk about this, I guess this garland here. It's like a pipe cleaner or something. It actually has bristles that are fairly rigid, and I think that's a good thing. It seems like it's going to be more durable that way, but I really, really like the texture that they have on this. A lot of Department 56 pieces, they have something on them that's not just the normal painted house. I love how there's texture on them. Like a lot of them have bushes or, things like that. And I just love when they add a little pop of texture. And also on this house, it does something else too, because the wires for the LEDs, you can see from the top here. It might not be that apparent. Maybe you can see over here, right there, where the LED wires go. They actually, it hides them. Basically, it hides the wire, so it has a functional purpose as well on that, and it looks great. I should note that there's also a figurine set that it goes with this. It does not come included with it. You have to purchase it separately. It's called a Fantastic Halloween, and I did not get it with this because I actually have a Lemax figurine I'm going to display with it that's a little bit more in scale, but the figurine does look very nice. You have a couple here who are giving out some actually looks like wax fangs, and that's very, very cute and very, very well done. Here is the house lit up, guys. I love how this looks. You have so much red going on here, and when the house is lit up, you can really see from the inside. You can see the bat decor in the windows, which is such a nice extra touch. I just absolutely love that. I love those type of window, pieces of window decor that you can put up in your house too. I think those are very cute. They're very old timey. It reminds me of like back in the day, those gel things that you would put on the windows and doors. I have very fond memories of putting those all over the windows and everything. And I just love how they do that here. And so the red color here, as far as I can think of, Trick or Treat Lane, this is pretty unique to have a red house where that's pretty much everything here is red, except for the pumpkin on the front, which I love that jack-o'-lantern. I love that it's lit. To me, the fact that it's lit and also that it's, it actually looks like orange or like candlelight. The fact that it's lit like that, I think really, really adds a lot to this piece. And it breaks up all of the red. And, just it's such a nice touch that they actually put that there. Yeah, I just think the lighting looks great on it. And I remember when the promo images for this piece came out, we were trying to figure out, was it red or was it going to be orange? Because the promo pieces, the promo pictures, I should say, originally, it wasn't totally apparent. So it's great to find out, though, once getting these, getting it in hand, that these are very bright red lights. And of course, that red really helps with the theme, right? Of vampire and blood. And I just think that, it's such a nice choice that they went with red all over this piece. So here it is in the daylight. And I wanted to do this specifically to talk about something here. That bat on top, my only real critique of the piece here is when the lights are on, I should say when the lights are off, but the lights on the house are on, it's hard to see that bat. It gets kind of lost, and it's a very, it's a cool piece of decor there. It would have been nice to figure out some way to get some light up on that. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard for somebody to do it. A little customization. You could figure out how to get that lit up there. But that's my only real critique of the house that I have. Something it would be cool if they had figured out some other way to do that would be to get light up there, because it does get kind of washed out. And last year, it reminds me of the Mad Scientist place. Now, this is much less of an issue than it was in that house. That house had you can see here, I have a picture of it up. That house had an issue with the sign was not lit. That was a big part of the house that was just black. This is not nearly as big of a deal, but I do just want to bring it up because that is one thing. It would have been cool to see some light on top of it to light up that bat somehow, or draw attention to it when the piece is lit up and it's in the dark. Now, I thought this would be fun, guys, to add a little light to this, a little bit of a display here. These are two Department 56 Twinkle Bright trees, and I absolutely love Twinkle Brights. They are one of my favorite village accessories. They add pops of light to, moving light, I should say, to places or areas that might not have it otherwise. And so I've got an orange one on one side of the house here and a purple one on the other side. And I just thought that looked cool. And I wanted to show you all what a little scene could look like just if you add some Twinkle Brights to it. So in general, though, guys, I got to say, I absolutely love Vampire House. The details on it are great. This is what I want out of Trick or Treat Lane. I think it looks realistic. I love all the leaves all over the house. There's so many, nicely done little details. And of course, a beautiful paint job. And I love the red lighting. I love how, in Trick or Treat Lane, out of all the houses, it does look, if you got them all lit up, you could tell right away which one is Vampire House. I think that's a plus for it. So I really dig the red lighting on it. So where does this piece rank for me, in the pantheon of Department 56 Trick or Treat Lane? I gotta say, it ranks really high for me, just very, off the cuff here. I don't know what I would move around, but I think it'd be top 5 for me. I love the lighting on this. I love the fit and finish. I love the traditional theme as well. Department 56, I gotta say, has really been cooking in the last couple of years with their, with Trick or Treat Lane series. I thought the series really had kind of a dip in imagination, quality, whatever you want to call it. I just wasn't that interested in a lot of the pieces that came out, basically in the very, very late 2010s and early 2020s. But Kraken House a couple of years ago really kind of got them back on track, I think. Last year, I love Mad Scientist Place. And then we have this one here. And the one thing, though, that some folks didn't like about those last couple pieces I just mentioned, that there's not necessarily traditional Halloween fare as much. This is extremely traditional. And we also have gotten word via a dealer event that it looks like next year, in 2027, there is going to be a ghost house, which is another traditional theme. You know, if you have been on the fence about wanting to get into Trick or Treat Lane, just because some of the old buildings, you know, the cost, they're so expensive, and this one's expensive too, right? When you're talking, you know, $200, that's nothing to nothing to sneeze at. But some of the old retired pieces are just so expensive, and it's hard to get into it. I know a lot of people have just decided they're not going to mess with Trick or Treat Lane because the old pieces that they want, you know, are just so hard to get, and the cost is up there. Well, I gotta say, man, from the last couple of years, this year, and what looks to be next year, and hopefully what's to come after that, they are just cooking. And this is a great time to get into Trick or Treat Lane and start your collection. I mean, really, if you only have a couple of these houses, that's enough for a display. And heck, you know, I'm trying to show you here with the Twinkle Brights, you really, you know, you can just have this house. Really, these houses are good sized. And, you know, I guess I would just say, if you're wanting to collect these, I would get in on it before they go out of production, because I know this one especially, this one eventually when it is retired, because of this theme here, you know, the vampire theming on it and how nice the house, you know, how nice it's executed. This one is always going to be in demand. So that is Vampire House, guys. Let me know what you think below. I'm very curious to hear your takes on it, what you all think of it. For you longtime Department 56 Trick or Treat Lane collectors, or even if you don't collect it and you follow it, what do you think about Vampire House? You know, I love it. I think it is just executed extremely well, and Vampire House is, you know, that's why I love Trick or Treat Lane. I love the sense of nostalgia that series brings when it's done well, and I think that Vampire House is done well. So let me know what you all think below. Very curious to hear about that. Thank you so much, as always, for the comments, the likes, for the subscriptions, for all the things. Thank you, as always, to my Patreon supporters. I appreciate you all, and I will see you guys very soon.